Hey everybody, welcome back. We're still on supply and demand, but now we're about to do a partial general equilibrium analysis. Now, let me just say, this is us here at Econ Busters just being overly technical, okay? This is actually the technical way to refer to what we're about to do, okay? It falls under this category of general equilibrium analysis, which is this. Imagine that there's a change in some market. There's an equilibrium change in some market. Well, of course, there's going to be downstream impacts, okay? Other markets are going to be impacted. So price goes up in some market. Hey, quantity supply is going to increase. As quantity supply increases, that puts on an increase in demand for those resources to do that thing. And so all those other markets are going to be impacted. Those resource markets are going to be impacted. Other goods that pull on the same resources are going to be impacted. I hope you understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is once one domino falls, tons of dominoes are going to fall. To do a true general equilibrium analysis, what you're supposed to do is when you look at a change in a particular market is look in the change in all markets, every single one of them. Well, no way can we do that, nor is there any way your teacher's going to do that. So what we generally do in economics is not a general equilibrium analysis. We do a partial general equilibrium analysis. Is we look at a market change in one market and we just say, hey, let's look at a close or a related good, a closely related good, and see how that market's going to change also. So this is the general thing that's going to happen in economics. And guys, this one's important, okay? Almost every teacher teaches this, or tests this, I should say, right? They want to see, you can see what a change in one market is going to impact another market. This is an important one. Here we go. We're going to start off with an improvement in production technology for tennis rackets. All of a sudden, our production technology improves. We can make tennis rackets better. So what is going to happen? We're going to see a shift in one of these curves. Which curve? Supply, right? If we have an improvement in production technology, that's going to change the QS price relationship, okay? The quantity supplied price relationship. And what's going to happen to it? It's going to shift right. Why is that? Well, another thing I always like to throw in there is remember, the supply curve is the marginal cost curve. So if production technology improves, the marginal cost is going to decrease at all these output levels, right? It's going to cost us less to make all of these goods. So MC shifts down, and when MC shifts down, supply shifts right. The quantity supplied increases at every price point. So let's put that in. So supply sub 1, sub 0, sub 0. Supply is shifting right. We're going to go from that equilibrium, E sub 0, to that equilibrium, E sub 1. Let's describe what's happening in this particular market first. Then we're going to see the impact in this market. So what happened in this market? Supply definitely changed. It shifted right, okay? So we're going to write increase in supply. Now, the whole demand curve is demand, and we've got the same demand curve as we've always had. So demand did not change. The QD price relationship did not change. The quantity demanded is still the same at all price points. It's just that when supply shifted right, it put downward pressure on prices, and as the price started to go down, quantity demanded increased. So we're going to put increase in quantity demanded. Telling an economist demand did not change, but the consumer is buying more. There was an increase in quantity demanded. Let me draw a line right there because we took care of the functions. We've said what happened to supply and demand. Now, as far as price and quantity, I have dollars per unit, but price is measured in dollars per unit. So the price went down, so that was a decrease in price equilibrium. We're going from E sub 0 to E sub 1. The vertical axis is the measurement on the vertical axis is going down. However, the quantity equilibrium is increasing, right? Increase in Q equilibrium. Good. We have fully described what happened to tennis rackets. How about tennis balls, though? Okay? Guess what? The price of tennis rackets, okay? The price of tennis rackets, this was the price change, is an exogenous variable that determines the demand for tennis balls. And that should make total sense, right? The price of tennis rackets absolutely determines the demand for tennis balls. What determinant of demand am I specifically talking about? Well, what's the relationship between these goods? They're complements. They're things that we buy together, okay? So the one that we're talking about is price of complements in consumption. Price of complements in consumption. Price goes down here. For rackets, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to buy more rackets, that's for sure. We've already seen that. That's the increase in quantity demanded, okay? And since we're buying more rackets, we're going to buy more tennis balls, right? The demand is going to shift right. We're going to get an increase. Sorry, actually, I usually do that in red, so I'm going to erase that just real quickly, okay? We're going to get an increase in quantity demanded, an increase in quantity demanded at every price point. That is a general equilibrium analysis. We saw how a change in this equilibrium actually causes a change in this equilibrium. But let's finish it off, okay? E sub 0, E sub 1. We just need to say what happened to supply and demand, what happened to price and quantity. Pretty simple, right? Well, demand changed in this one, so I'm going to say we got an increase in demand. Supply did not change in this market, okay? But there was absolutely an increase in quantity supplied. We're moving to the right. That's an increase in quantity supplied. What happened to price? Well, we can see price measured on the vertical axis has gone up. So we're going to get an increase in price equilibrium. And also, we're going to get an increase, okay? An increase in the quantity equilibrium. Whew, that's it, guys. That is a partial general equilibrium analysis. We fully stated what happened to this market and what happened to this market. We had an exogenous variable that triggered everything. It was the production technology for tennis rackets, causing supply to shift in this market. When supply shifted right, that caused that price to go down. As price went down, that is an exogenous variable that determines demand, because we know prices of complements in consumption is a determinant of demand. So as that price goes down, it's causing that demand curve to shift right, okay? Whew, hope that made sense to you guys. Welcome to the world of a partial general equilibrium analysis. See you in the next video.